Hey guys, Did the Awesome here to give you yet another Monster Legends live stream. Just chilling in my room with my cat. You hear a lot of purring, she's right next to me. Hmm? Where you going, Kiwi? You doing good? Hmm? Like a little bit of a quiet stream right now. Kiwi saying hi to me. Hmm? You're very nice when I come home, but you were very naughty today, yep. I don't know why, but like, whenever it's morning, like, if you try to pick up my cat, Keely, she'll freak out. Like, it's crazy. But whenever I come home from work, or just whenever I come home, she's cool. She's like super chill. It's just like that morning phase. But yeah, she's all calm and happy when I'm home. In the morning, she's really hyper. But yeah, today we're gonna go over Joshua. I'm gonna quick catch this because today's stream is gonna be a review on level 100 Joshua. Let's just speed that up. Look at that, Joshua. Ooh, came with two slots left. Awesome, cool. But yeah, this is Joshua. A second. Gotta make space for Joshua. Oh, I can even open some doors here. Unlock some opportunities, my boys. We got Joshua unlocked. Now this monster I did get from the event, the progression event, so it was very much so doable. At least get Joshua down to the point where it's like 250 gems, right? Or like it's the same price as like a normal legendary, right? So I thought that was really worth because mythics are usually on the event exclusives, you know. So to pick them up at the moment is very beneficial because you might not see these things for a really long time. So it's whatever. But like, this is a very important one because if you get him to three, he basically has almost full control immunity. Not quite. It's the same deal with Unspeakable and is it Crothard? Yeah, Crothard, where they have double immunities. They don't have complete control immunity, but if you pair it up with the proper War Master, like for this one, it'd be Thalassa, right? Well, if I paired it with Thalassa, I basically have control immunity. You know how nuts that is? Like, like just straight up control immunity. That's crazy. And that and minus, that plus, advanced possessions can go over immune to possession like corruption. I feel like that's dumb. Like like straight up like possession's the only one that gets cheesed, right? It's like the only one like if it's an advanced like different thing, it's cheated. Like there's hacked, there's a lot of things. It's dumb. I like there's an immunity for a possession, but you don't really become truly immune unless you have like abomination or you have necromancer's passive, right? That's kind of dumb. But yeah, in war, if you were to fight like a Lord Pumpseed, fun fact, if you just run Necromancer, as long as he doesn't trait disable Necromancer, you basically are immune to possession or corruption. It's beautiful. It's nice. But anywho, the normal partner you should be pairing this thing up with is Thalassa, so that way in war, you basically have control immunity again, unless it's like, yeah, I think hacked and corruption go through normal immunities. So unless you're fighting a hackster or whatever, you're not going to get controlled if you have Thalassa. It's a really strong thing to have. Based on your tier, this can range from just amazing to just maybe it's not relevant if they just straight disable you, but it's still cool. So yeah, Joshua Dub is also based on the YouTuber Joshua Dub. It is a YouTube monster, but it also is the design wise is also based on the monster Sergeant Skull Hullhead or Sergeant Hullhead. I mean, I don't know why I say Skull, but Sergeant Hullhead. Yeah, it even says right there Sergeant Hullhead. is based on this thing. It's basically like the Shade Moon monsters, like how we got two YouTube Shade Moon monsters. They're just reskins of Shade Moon. That's basically what this guy is, except face design is 100% different. I will say, but everything else about it is, if you took two and two together, they look the same. That's because the design was the same idea, where it was taken from Hullhead and put it on this, but with a few minor details, a few different things, like the face is different, uh, the color scheme is different. We'll even do a side-to-side comparison. We'll even use them in a multiplayer battle and all that fun stuff. So this is his stats at level 100. 61k is very, very nice for a Mythic, especially since due to the part Mythics already have high life pools. So it being one of the higher lives in the game, it goes a lot for him. Since you are immune to insta-death, if you are running life runes, I will say in war, if you are kind of going for a DOT strat, just shove life runes on them, you're immune to insta-death, which is actually very, very big. Or like, this says it says it's immune to triggered death. I don't know if that just means we're gonna get monsters in the future that just outright kill people. But for right now, it just says immune to triggered death. So I don't know if that means like sudden death too, or I don't know if that's just weird wording. But you're immune to triggered death. This means right now you are immune to Nor's ultimate if you do get ulted. I think in the grand schemes of things right now, this only applies to really like 3 or 4 monsters. It's not that big of a passive, and if anything, it's not really something you need to have unless you're fighting like again Lord Pumpseed. But then again, you get trait disabled if you're fighting Pure Shid. That comes in handy, but yeah, it's I don't really see Pure Shid too much anyway. I don't really see it. Pierce is a really great monster, but no one usually. It's kind of the same deal with like a lot of things, but you just immune to instant death. You can't instantly die. For a tank, that's amazing. That means they just can't cheese it unless they trait disable. The next thing, if you get it to rank 1, let's say you get like 200 cells, right? Put like 200 cells. That's like a week worth. In all honesty, that is actually a week worth of grinding. So I'd say get them to 1 at the very least if you have them. Why not? You have stun immunity if you are low on monster resources, and it's not any better than the things you currently have. Why not get them to 1? When you have stun immunity, you're immune to one of the 2 solid denies in the game, which is the other one being freeze. Also, as time stop and maybe also count as solid deny, but that's only really on for stop time. That's only on like 3 monsters. Like you got the Mr. Flanky, you got Timerion, and then you got Chronica. Or not Chronica, no, not Chronica. Cranks. I'm sorry, I was watching Mortal Kombat earlier, but having immune to stun for war is just helpful. This doesn't really do you any good in Graken fights. This won't save you for Graken because Graken trait disables. Unless you had something that protects your traits, doesn't do you much good. But it does cover everything else. As long as it doesn't trait disable and then stun you, you're good. Having one as solid deny is nice, especially for a mythic damage dealer. At rank 3, he does get the possession immunity. And there's quite a few metal possessors. It doesn't really help him against Hackster, though. It's just nice to have against like the plainies, like the plain possessors, right? And that goes for other it doesn't have to just be a metal monster. I want to talk about this move real quick, Echo Around into Mirage, which is a very great skill. This heals itself by 25%, gives 25% stamina back, removes all negative effects, and applies evasion to itself. This actually can be a 50% heal and 50% stamina. How is that physically possible? Dib, what's your voodoo magic behind this? Is actually no voodoo magic. It's actually just how the game works. I don't know if they'll ever nerf this in the future, but for right now, if you use a self skill on yourself while having skill mirror up, it actually does the skill again, which is great and also dumb at the same time, but that's just how it is. Whenever you use a skill, it bounces back, right? This also seems to go for self-skills. I've never really known if this was ever actually intentional, but it's just there, right? But right now, if you do Echo Around Mirage, you do get while having skill mirror up, you do get 50% of your life back, 50% of your stamina, remove all negative status effects, and apply evasion. So this can be comboed with skill mirror. This doesn't have to just be a garbage self skill. This can be an amazing self skill if you use skill mirror. So I will say run this thing with anything that applies it, especially the new mythic monster Blaz that we got. I don't know if it was the beginning of the last month, but yeah, it would have to be around that time. Yeah, because that's when the past monster came out. Yeah, it would have to be last month's pass, or at least around last month. But Echo Round's really good. I like it. I'd say pair this up with Skill Mirror if you got a Blaz, or there is actually a monster called the Keeper. If you do have enough cells to craft the Keeper from the library books, if you're a collector and you have them, I do believe the Skill Mirror lasts for 2 turns, and this gives you time to do Echo Around Mirage again. In the case of the event, you are heavily damaged, apply a Skill Mirror, you're back and ready to go, plus you have Evasion. Nice. Being as the fact a lot of the mythic monsters right now don't remove positive effects, if anything, they're damage dealers that aren't meant to be damage dealers. Like I'm looking at you, Froma, or I'm looking at you, Taney. This is really nice against them because it means you get the opportunity to do stuff. AK in the Dust is a very busted skill because it's spammable, and I do believe it was a 60 damage skill. I don't know why they decided to give it to him, but they did. And I do believe the Trader in Town was a 70 damage skill. Run the skill. 70 damage. It's on a 2-turn cooldown, true, but it's 70 damage from a mythic monster. That's crazy. And then I'd also run... Gives it extra turn. I'd run this skill too. This is an extra turn skill and applies a 50% shield. That's busted. I don't think that's a fair skill. This is an extra turn. You're telling me I can do a extra turn. I don't think the damage is really low, yeah, but it's so good against Megaton monsters if it's higher ranked. And then you can go for any move you really want. I will say if you're in a winning situation, you don't really need to run the self skill. You could just run the area M4 Spray Inferno. This is just a very vanilla damage skill, but hey, if you're winning, you don't need the heal, right? I will say, like, there's only real art. Oh yeah, I'd say the alternative move would be Echo Round and the area metal-based area skill. You should run this skill because it not only is it an extra turn, it also lowers the cooldown of AWP. I'm doing great. I just charged my phone so I could do this review video for you guys. I sound tired. I am very tired. I also worked a lot too. I hope it's not the 9 o'clock shit. Oh god, it's probably the 9 o'clock shit tomorrow. 9 in the morning, I think. 9 to 5. Or could have been the Friday shit. I don't know what time I work tomorrow. I'm not near my computer right now, so I can't check. But I'd say the alternative would be either Echo Round or M-Spray Inferno. If you know you can win right away, run the M4. If you know you can't win right away, but you will win if you run it, run Echo. That's just how it is. Extra turn skill to rush your cooldowns, and then these skills. I guess you could say the only real problem with this monster is he doesn't really have a special base skill, and this means he's in terms of like this is an extra turn skill, right? But if you're running against like a Ragnarok, it's bothersome. It is because if you do the extra turn skill, kill the monster you just killed, they can just bring it back. It's annoying. I'd say run Soul Hugger with them. That way they can't do it. I don't think they'll do Mythic Worm. I don't know. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll do Mythic Worm Masters. Because right now they're just working on Mythics as a whole. Maybe in the future that's not unheard of. Because, you know, we thought they'd stop at Elites, right? But they went on to do Forsakens. We thought Forsakens would be it, right? But now they went on to Mythics. So now they're on Mythics. They're working on Mythics. So they might do something like that. But for right now, it's just them working out the restart button. They're just restarting the game again. With all these monsters. They have no intention to give them any of the OP things right now. I think like it's out of the question. They're just trying to reset their roots Uh, and based on just some of the traits, like the double immunities, I think they're accomplishing that because they're giving us all these damage dealers who are immune to control. Without, if you're not running trait disable, you can't really stop them, and if you're not running higher ranked deniers, you can't really stop them. Uh, we're just in this damage dealer meta right now, like these mythic monsters that don't care about deny. It's an interesting. It's interesting how stats alone have changed the game. Like just one rank difference, like 10 levels, have just kind of changed the meta. For relics, you can hold the mask and the amulet. I think I think these relic slots should be based on the situation. If you're in kind of a stamina control, you might want to run the recharge amulet here, right? You want to run an energizer amulet. If you don't see that they are running any stamina control, or you are running something with stamina refilling, maybe you want to life sustain relic more, like Alsis amulet. Dude, this amulet is so unfair. It heals so much. It's as much as a healing mass. It's crazy how much this heals you. This heals a lot of boo boosh. It's really great. I like it. Or the supercharge amulet if you are running low on stamina all the damn time. I find myself running out of stuff. Because of this is like 52 and 49. Maybe you want supercharge amulet because maybe like a recharge will give you your stuff back. And that could combo with Echo Round, right? So being the fact that my boy is level 100, I don't want to give him all the fancy stuff yet. I don't want to give him fancy things right now. Let's run him. Let us run him with. I have a lot of sevens. I just said I didn't want to give him anything fancy right now. I'm already contemplating on giving him sevens. He also doesn't have really any DOT stuff. I feel kind of bad for just giving him just life because okay, so here's kind of a bad thing. Okay, you only hear me out on this one. Here's a bad because everything right now I've been saying is pretty good, right? Here's a bad thing about him. He doesn't besides his like metal only really damage. He doesn't do any DOT. Why could they not continue with Forsaken monsters like Laser Beam for Charizard? I don't know. What do I do in stream? Well, we're gonna play test them today. But yeah, I think that's the other thing. He just doesn't do any DOT damage. I think that hurts his gameplay, especially if it's a level 100. And keep in mind, I'm not immune to anything. So maybe I should try to be tanky. Well, here's a tank setup, right? Yeah, we'll just do 5s. I'm going to change these later. But for right now, he's a level 100. What do you do with a level 100? I'd say build him tanky. Why not make him just annoying to deal with? make him extremely annoying. Like, he just sits there. The main idea with this is you just tank everything. I just run him as a tank at this point. Because he's at level 100. I might rank him up later, but for right now, he's a 100 boy, my boy. Am I streaming on anything else? I'm streaming on the YouTube app. And since I'm running with the idea of being a tank, I'd still run damage. Maybe I'd run him Rainbow. Rainbow. I'm a Canadian. I've turned Canadian. Actually, I'm gonna run him Rainbow. It's because I need him to do some other things too, you know. I kind of want to give him. Let's give him the 7. We'll give him the 7. Now I do damage too. It just isn't like a coaster. Yeah, I'm not gonna run insta death. That's good. So we're gonna run him Rainbow. Take him to PvP. We'll bring him against some things, my boys. So the main idea with this build is to be annoying. So we'll accomplish just that today. We'll run Blaz with them, and then we'll run... Gotta run our main boy, right? Joshua. Josh Dubs. Oh, his name's not even Joshua. It's just Josh. Josh Dubs. I've been calling him Joshua this whole time, haven't I? Hey, honey. Let's run a healing mask. Dude, we're going for this like full-on tanking right now. We've entered wall mode. The main idea here is just to sponge everything. Running skill mirror on that. Well, we'll complete this. I suppose a DOT. Ah, man, I wish I had like the Croc Monster. That'd be nice. I probably have that ranked up. Maybe I don't even need to go. Oh, there we go. Wait a second. As I scroll over Abysmus, who is also a DOT monster. Alright, this should be interesting. So let's go into battle here, right? And even though I'm against 130 mythics here, well, watch that. Well, first off, watch this. Protective protocol. That gives me armor, right? That gives me shield. I reflect all that back. Kill Santerion. I wish I had my Joshua actually. Oh, there we go. I can just do Don't Panic. Watch this now. Okay, so I have Skill Mirror, right? So this is like a level 100, right? Watch this now. I can do Echo Round, and this becomes a 50% heal, and I get 50% of my stamina back. I could go for my extra turn. Wait, does this count as a self skill? I want to see something first. Does this count? Applies a 50% shield. Wait, does this count as a self skill? No, it doesn't. Damn. I wanted to see if that was a dude. If that counted as a self skill, that would be crazy. I can actually do my evasion skill though. I can reset the combo too. I can deactivate my cooldown. So now my boy can move again, and if I wanted to, I can do the skill again. You can see how crazy. Oh no! Check this now, dude. Check this out though. I got skill mirror up now. My boys, look at this. I got skill mirror up, and I can do Echo Mirage, and I can do it again and get all my stamina. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, that's so insane. That's the combo. Look at that. I could just keep doing that. He's busted with. Dude, that makes him immortal. Dude, that makes him immortal. Like if they're not running anything that can cleanse that, that's insane. Like he can't die, and I get 50%. Because think of this, right? I get 50% of my stamina back, and I get 50% of my life every time I use this. If I always deactivate the cooldown and do skill mirror, if they can't remove the effects, I can do it twice. That's crazy. I think it falls off when I can't keep up the lie anymore, but let's say I was possessed, right? If I go for that self-skill, that's pretty great. I like that. That's really nice. I'll go for that. I didn't see any damage there. We can go for Don't Panic. I get double buffs. Thanks to the fact that I'm also slow, it's very helpful. I could go for Skill Mirror, so I could go for Echo Round. This actually makes me immune to Deny. I might as well do it. I dodge everything, right? So I just, unless they do a cleanse skill, I don't care what they go for. So that means my boy is always alright until I go for, honestly, anything else. But that means I'm always guaranteed to do whatever I want. Like, I can just waste turns. Like, this is so good for DOT comps. Yep. Go for my extra turn here. Completely forgetting that he had a Ragnarok. It's not good. I can go for AoE skill, Dark Ocean. I have to recharge. I can go for cleanse. And then I can go for damage. I'm gonna recharge. That's fine. I can go Protective Protocol now. And then I can go Don't Panic. Combo into the win. Very spicy stuff here. I will say between the three I'm gonna dub these guys the three giants in the game right now. The three giants being. I think these monsters are really, really too good for the game right now. Who are the three giants? I think the three giants right now are Unspeakable, Brutalizer, not Brutalizer, Crothor, and Josh Dub. Now I'm not saying in terms of their like I'm just saying in terms of their traits. Their traits are actually really dumb. Like okay, let's look at Unspeakable first, right? He gets taunt, and then he gets immune to stun, and then at rank 3 he gets immune to freeze as well. So that combos into Mountain. He is immune to freeze. He is immune to stun. That's dumb. Two immunities, mythic monster, mind you. Crothor, immune to freeze. Hey, look at that. At rank 1, you get immune abomination, so immune to all forms of possession. You actually have an even better trait than Josh Dub. I think Josh Dub might actually have the weaker one of the three. And then you get life regen too, so at rank 3. So most people have him at 4 too, so keep that in mind. Crazy monster plus Josh Dub here, who is immune to death. So that might not be relevant in the future, but for right now, stun and possession immunity, that's pretty good. I like to call these guys the three giants because they have double immunities to stun. So unless you trait disable them and or do a unique possession on Josh Dub for that possession control, you're not gonna really stop them, and they do a lot of damage. So I like to call them the three giants because I think they're unfair in the game right now. I think they're really good for Team War. They're just extremely unfair. You can see how tanky this thing gets to max rank. This is their rank 5, but if you get them to rank 4, these are our stats, which are pretty righteous. Josh is also in 3 books, which is nice. Crothor's in 3, and Unspeakable's also in 3. But I think these monsters are really great. Like, these 3 are an eyesore. Again, like, they're not the only tanks in the category. Brutalizers, like Brutalizer and Armor Claw are really tanky, but they don't have the immunities. They can be controlled. Armor Claw has immune to stun, but I think, isn't that temporary, right? It is temporary, so it's not a permanent immunity. But these guys, Crothor, Unspeakable, and Josh Dub, they have immunities just naturally, and once you get them to 3. That's pretty that's crazy, right? And then you can run things that give them immune to torture, or like things that can run skills that give them immune to torture, right? You can run Neobuki, you can run her sister, you can run Blaz, you can run but Bari, I think the one that gives immunity to torture naturally. You give it right off to them. They can't be DOT'd at that point unless they just, get, again, trait disable. But that, again, that means Dib. Doesn't that mean Grackon counters? And what monster does Grackon not counter? Besides, like, area dodge monsters, my boys. So that's, and you can't always bring Grackon to war, too. So it's there. Like, it's just annoying. Josh Dub also kills Wormlad naturally. I mean, like, at some point when you're rank 4, you killed Wormlad anyway. But it's, natural advantage, home field. Light monsters will also be annoying in the future, so having Josh Dub ranked up makes up for it. He also doesn't really care too much about, what's his face? The moon guy, the Mothman we just got. Because he can cleanse himself, right, and give evasion. If he can't, I don't remember the moth monster cleansing, so it's just a straight up counter. So I think it might be a good thing in the future. Let's see if there's any racing going on. I did already feed and rank up any epics that I own that I could help contribute. I do actually have a few. How's it going, Kiwi? Hey. Oh, dude, I can rank up my Elder Spore. Let's do that. Perfect. I thought I was going to epic sit in my lab forever. Someone also was stockpiling cells, I see. Let's get some Timor attacks done before I forget. They also said this was kind of a war stream too. He almost cleaned house soon. That's pretty great. To be fair, I am streaming pretty late at night, so I don't know how many people are really on right now. I can just kind of auto this. I don't even need to change what they give me. Yeah, we pretty much cleaned house here. Yikes. I keep getting these worse situations where I can't attack everyone. Well, that's because I wait last moment. That's my fault. Is Resi Yuko good? If we're talking about situations where mythics aren't allowed, yeah, I think she's nice. I'd say so. She has anticipation, control immunity, can cleanse effects plus evasion. So if they don't have any cleansing skills, single target, remove pause, it's pretty great. Her skills also hit everyone because she has Pierce, and she does hold Curse DOTs. Oh. Which is pretty great. We'll bring our boy Bowler. And then our boy Bucket home. The hero we needed this whole time in our lives. Yeah, Charizard's a good partner with her because you're guaranteed to land your hits. I think Blaz also works. Blaz also works, if not better, because of just the fact he's a mythic. He doesn't give permanent true vision, but like it's a buff. Yeah, I can't attack anymore. God dang it. See, that's messed up too because that goes on my record. We cleared house. 3 attacks. So that's what I don't get though. If we, because it says 522, right? Who still has coins for me to take? Oh, it's the guys that literally I just attacked. No, they get no more bases. We always clear house. Let's do some dungeons then. I gotta finish my dungeons for today. But yeah, if you guys are interested in knowing it, in terms of getting them to 1, like this goes for really any mythic. And if you have access to the, at least rank, was it the rank 3? Oh, not even rank 3 dungeon. If you have like 3 mythics, yeah, if you have access to the first 3 floors, essentially a rank 1 is the equivalent to a week worth of grinding in the dungeons. If you only have access to the first 3 floors, that is. So to get any mythic to one, it always gonna take a week. If you start from like zero, remember that is. It's always a week worth of grinding. If we're talking about first 3 floors, scratch. Boop. Boop. Doing the daily grind. Well, I can't wait to get access to the level 4 dungeon floors. That'll be nice. Do you play other games? I was thinking about doing a playthrough for Neo 2. I'm gonna start doing that this Saturday. Like on the weekend. That's one of my days off where I didn't want to start the playthrough until I had like consecutive days off. I hate these bases where it's just RNG evasion. I hate it so much. Like it's not a big deal because I can win this right still. It doesn't matter that they have evasion. I have to wait a turn though. That's what bothers me. I have to wait. Are you friendly battling right now? I'm currently just working on the dungeons, but yeah, I'm down for a few friendly battles if you want. I have been challenged. Challenge accepted. Will do, can do. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. Yeah, you're gonna have to send that message or that battle again, yeah. Sorry about that. GG, my boy. Imagine like Mythic War Masters. Again, I don't know if they'll really do that, but I guess they are entitled to at some point. Like I guess like with this whole reset, I'm sure at some point they'll have the intention of doing things over again. I don't know. I can think so. I don't know if they will, but they might. Because right now they just kind of want to restart their game. Good game, my boy. Yeah, I can't attack anymore this war. Zeus, watch this. I'm gonna have to link Zeus to the video now. It's like, Zeus, I can't attack anymore. It's not me being lazy, it's me the fact I can't use the rest of my attacks. Dang it. I can't attack anyone. Dude, I hate this so much, man. Like, it's such a flaw to this thing. Like, if you do so good. Dang it, dude. There's not one left to attack. I can't do anymore. Yeah, let's play test this some more. So far, I'm liking it. I think it's pretty icy. Combo this first. Are Nemesis monsters worth using right now? Um, I mean, it doesn't change their skill set. If you can manage to protect them, they're really good. Sammy can with revives, Zyron with the controls. As far as I'm concerned, Zyron controls half the game. If you're not dealing with the double control immunity monster, Zyron owns the fight. And if they can't kill your Sammy, your Sammy can keep everyone alive. So I can do Don't Panic here. I get my buffs. And if I wanted to, I could go for Echo Round. Or Echo Round and Mirage. Um, go for Shield. That's crazy. Plus, see, look how good the shield is. 50% shield on a Mythic. That's nuts. So I can go for a recharge. I get my stamina back. And then I guess I just recharge. I could go for DOT too. Was also an option. I didn't do anything to me. That was beautiful. Cool down the activate. Perfect game. Perfect life. I am the anime hero. Very clean gameplay. I'm sure if I was fighting, okay, so right now I am fighting a girl, so this might not turn out the best, but we'll see. It's annoying. Yep, I even lost my boy. I even just straight up lost my boy here because of the DOT. But see, that's what the only that's the only thing like anyone ever loses to nowadays, just Kraken trait disable. Such an annoying monster. I hate Kraken so much. Kraken, you disgusting monster. You disgusting unfair beast that turns everyone's goods off, and then people can have the opposite of fun.
Goes to show you the power of disable. I can go for DOT shot here. I have skill mirror up. And then I can do don't panic combo. Sweet. And then we can do quite a few things. This almost kills this man. That's lovely. I can go for I don't know why I went I don't know why I just did it on him, but it doesn't really matter. I'm still fine. I can go for don't panic. Damage increase. Let's go for the meme, my boys. I will do the extra turn skill. And then we'll do AK or Echo Round. Evasion plus heal. And he dies to DOT for the 6 times. Sweet, man. So I destroyed my phone. I don't know how I'll play. My team will kick me out. Message your team on Discord. Always have like a way to contact your team member. Just in all honesty, in those situations, just get contact information. Like talk to your friends, tell them what's up. That's how you do it. I'd say out of all the mobile games, I'd say Monster Legends has a lot of ways you can t like talk to people, or at least like there's always communities out there, right? Yeah, like I think that's what I like the most about the Monster Legends compared to other games. It's the community is always great. It's always just this huge collective of people that want to have fun and share their own perspective or combos or really whatever their thoughts are on a monster. It's nice. I like it. I don't know why I agreed to do this full speed Thalassabasis. This sounds like a horrible thing to. I'm gonna get pub stomped here. I have no idea why I did this fight. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get completely annihilated. Deactivates all cooldowns. I don't know if that really does me any good. In terms of this situation, I think, yeah, I'm gonna die. Or not, I could just win. Never mind, I win. Never, never mind. Or I can win, I guess, sure. That was just like a huge dramatic turnaround there. I went from, oh, I'm gonna lose this to I completely won. What is my ulti? I just clicked my ult. Wait, what does my ult even do? Damage boost. So I, realistically speaking, dude, I literally just won by damage boosted like Dark Abyss, which is a basic attack skill. That's basically the essentiality of that situation. Look at the base damage of Dark Abyss. It's like no, I know it's yeah, it is. Yeah, it's under. I think that's 20. I think that's 15 damage. Did I just kill some like 15 damage? It's okay. Alrighty, that's why you run Dark Abyss. For everyone that thinks is like, Dave, you're crazy. Why are you running Dark Abyss? That doesn't do shit for damage. That's exactly why I run it. I just killed 2 water monsters with it. How else would I have achieved that common goal? Cool, man. I'd like to move someday. Thank you, bros. I'll do the area skill. And of course, everyone on their team is immune to my DOTs. I can deactivate cooldowns or protect. I'm gonna go. Yeah, why not? Damage boost me, boy. I want to be a boosted animal. Skill mirror my skill mirror. That isn't how that works. Stunned ya boy. You've been stunned by my stunning gameplay. We should run revival. I actually like to run anti-revival. I'm that cool. I have to kill this reviver guy first, because if I don't, he's just gonna come back. But even if I kill him, that means I have to deal with Miserish. Oh, but there we go. Oh, revival essence because you're an asshole. God damn it, dude. I fucking hate that relic. I hate revival essence so much. I hate it. There are two things I hate in this game right now: revive mechanics and Kraken. They're the only two things I hate. They're the only two. Kraken because of the betrayal. I just like how he plays out, and then revive essence are just so dumb. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's the ultimate like cheese mechanic. They're like the ultimate cheese. Yo, Kraken even runs both. He runs essence and he has area. Like it's just Kraken in general. Like, he's Kraken plus revive essence mechanic. It's like he's 2-in-1, man. I hate Kraken and I hate revival. Dude, Kraken's all in one. He's Kraken and he runs revive. Right now, I just hate Kraken. Yeah, it's like Kraken's so dumb. Dragon's so astronomically dumb. Like you could run two for all in all honesty, you could run like two Krakens and a Time Monster. I would still believe you have good like ratings in the league right now. It's like that's how crazy Kraken is because the Kraken, if you run a Kraken, if it's slower than the other Kraken, if the AI doesn't get the correct one, they can cleanse the consequence, like change the night and all that fun stuff. You can set some really nasty combos. I guess you could say the only real problem with that team at that point would be if the taunt monster dies. That's literally your only concern. I have to go for the respectable recharge by the solid damage prevention play. Very great tactic. Dodge area, sweet. I could go for a lot of things here. I might as well go for the self skill. Expired. I could go for area DOT. He has no cleanse. That's his problem. He doesn't have a cleanse, so that's great. I could go for deactivate cooldowns. I can go for my area skill. Boop. My DOTs will win me the game. And then I can actually go. I don't have skill mirror up anymore. I can go with my area skill. And then I can go into my evasion. I'm gonna kill the taunt tank, and then I should be able to win. Right? Nope, that's wrong. I might die here actually. Yeah. Okay, so this is the weird thing, right? I lost the game I expect to win, but I won the game I didn't expect to win. Okay, we've gone just full circle here at this point. Wow, some Joshua gameplay. Some spicy Joshua gameplay. Yo, what happens if I run? Boom. Yeah. I want to try this team. I have cooldowns activate on their side, but let's see how all this goes for me. If this even can go bad at all. You just beat this man to death with Amber Overdose. That's pretty great. Oh, he didn't have any relics on. I see. Perfect. You know what? Grekken, theoretically speaking, is the ultimate denier, right? Because, like, think about this for a sec, right? You have area dodge, so you can't be affected by area deny, which is the whole essence of a denier is to be able to area control. So you're just outright immune to what you shouldn't be, right? Like it doesn't matter how fast the enemy is. Like if you area dodge, you're not gonna get hit by your skills period. So you can counterplay other deniers that don't. I mean, like go for like the area skill, and then you can just go and area stun them if you wanted. Or man, you could even cleanse the effect because he also has an area, remove positive effects, and if that does damage, it also removes all your negative, consequences too. So it just got so many ins and outs. And if you're running a taunt monster, you can't just target him anyway. You can't focus him down until you get rid of the taunt tank. And again, he has cleanse, so at least one time, if you do trait disable him in the turn order, if he does go next, he can just cleanse it. Like it doesn't matter. That's so dumb. Like he even removes the positive effects, right? So even if you had like evasion on your taunt tank, doesn't matter. Boom. What about Lord Pumpseed? Pumpseed doesn't have area dodge. He's really great at control too, but his flaw is he's affected by area skills. Like I think Graken's actually think about this for a sec. Graken is actually the best denier in the game. Like think of it at every single point. He has area dodge. He can turn on cooldowns. He can like just trade disable stun. That's so crazy. It's all in one monster. It's literally it has to be the best denier in the game. He can do so many different things, and he gets it all for free. And he has an essence, and he can run trap. So if you're fighting Legend v Legend, it's the stupidest thing. All the consequences you suffer don't matter. Like I can cleanse the if like say I can go for a cleanse here, and if I wanted to, I can heal that. I can go for the nightmare skill here. Yeah, I can go for the trait disable. See, now I can just revive my guy, and he can do literally nothing. I wonder why these comps exist. Like, people have to know the consequences, right? Like not running like remove positive effects on your team. Not doing that. I can cooldowns activate. I can go for. I'm gonna go for Baron actually. Boom. Yo, I think it's a very good note. Just you being there threatens Ragnarok. Even Ragnarok is terrified of Kraken. Now that's speaking something. If you know, like one of the best War Master in the game is terrified of seeing a fucking cabbage dragon over there, like from the pumpkin patch, cabbage patch, like Kraken, my boy. You're doing something very, very, very terrifying for this game. Even Ragnarok's afraid of this thing. Let's see here. I kind of want to go. Let's go Blash. I'll do like one more game and then I'll call it good. Well, I do this the last base. Go for the Protect Protocol. stream, my boys, into. I can just go for this. Yeah, I can. Cooldown deactivate. I could just go for area cleanse again. See, this is so annoying about this game, man. It's just with like area dodge in general. Just by the sheer fact you can't touch them is the reason why they're still good. And always will be good. Because they've been given all these good utility skills, and if you're running like slow enough mythics, like none of the consequences you actually care about, unless it's extreme pressure, like absolutely extreme. We're talking 150 mythics. Unless it's extreme pressure, you can't really go through a lot of this stuff. And there we go. There you have it, my boys and girls. This has been Dib the Awesome stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and all that fun stuff. Overall, I think Joshua is really nice, with some very specific monsters. In terms of a war standpoint, he doesn't really have any like his kid's really selfish. I will say like just outright, he doesn't have anything to support his team. It is really it is a tank too. No DOTs. I feel like that. I feel like the fact he can't do DOTs hurts the gameplay. Because unless you're ranked up, yeah, a lot of his influence isn't too high. You start seeing things at rank 3. I will say at the very least, you need him to be at 3 in order to see like his best like stuff. For sure, it's really nice. 5 is busted. It's a really great damage dealer when you hit him at 5. It's lovely. But yeah, that's enough said. I'm Dib the Awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.